played in transition. Got some good shots.
So this is win or go home. DeRozan obviously off to a hot start. Levine is ignitable. How do you guys try to limit their effectiveness?
Just keep playing together, follow the game plan. Like I said, limit them to one shot, just keep running in transition.
Najee, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
George, he had a really good first quarter, Marshall. 3 for 3 from the floor, 7 points. Has had an outstanding year. He misses that one, though, from deep. And Sabonis with the rebound.
Thought he was going to deliver for you right on cue. As you're talking about him, he gets a great look from the three.
He was the leading scorer for Dallas. Anthony Davis had 4 points, missed his final 5 shots of that quarter, just 2 for 9. He's on the bench right now. Sabonis inside, missed it. Just 1 field goal for Sabonis, but a second chance opportunity. Klay Thompson 0 for 2, so he's 0 for 12 now in the play-in. Going back to last year with the Warriors. Shot clock at 3. Sabonis turns and just throws it up. Missed it. Thompson gets the rebound.
Picked his dribble up there in a tough spot, and he was smothered up by Lively and forced to shoot a desperation hook.
Washington drives and hits the floater. He started out in the corner, and he's deadly from there, so he got past his man and ties the game at 29.
Well, Marshall and P.J. Washington are doing a great job at attacking the gaps and seams and getting into the paint, both playing with a lot of confidence on that end of the floor.
And an interception by Marshall on that pass from Sabonis, trying to get to Levine. Lob is broken off. Bad pass by Marshall. Undershot that one, and picked by Sabonis. Sabonis driving right at Thompson, has it rejected by Lively. The second-year pro out of Duke with the swat. Williams penetrates and puts up an air ball at point-blank range. Three-pointer, no good from Murray, and it's Thompson with it now. Lively on the catch. Williams spot up 3. Got it. Second three-pointer for Brandon Williams.
To basketball, and look, when they had Anthony Davis out and Kyrie out in March, Brandon Williams averaged 15 points a game during that stretch.
Sabonis misfire. Rebound Thompson. Already 10 lead changes in 15 minutes of action here in this play-in tournament game. Loser season is over. Winner moves on to Friday night against Memphis in a do-or-die game. Williams will try it again and get it again. Winner of this game, and the winner of that game will then be the 8th seed taking Oklahoma City. And again, it's Houston and Golden State. The Rockets the 2 seed in the West. 8-0 start for Dallas here in the second quarter. The Kings 0 for 5 with 3 turnovers, but there's a basket. A three-pointer.
Shot it at a great clip this year. 43% is not a high-volume three-point shooter, but stepped into that one.
Here's Thompson looking for his first points. Lets it fly. Around and down. Finally, Clayton loss here.
His first look tonight was wide open. He missed it, shook his head running down the floor. Knew that's a great opportunity. Hasn't had much space prior to that last shot.
6 threes now for Dallas. Levine, no good. Levine struggling so far. 2 for 7 from the floor, 5 points. He does have 4 assists. Dallas by 6. Washington hits the floater.
I love the way P.J. Washington is playing right now. He's so decisive when the ball comes to him, either on a swing or that time as a trailer. Head down into the gap in the paint. Strong attack.
He's got 8 points for the Mavericks. He's the leading scorer along with Brandon Williams. There's Levine from 3. At 239 during the regular season with the Kings and Bulls. He came over in the De'Aaron Fox trade in early February. Thompson starting to catch fire, perhaps.
For a shooter, if that thing drops, you can't wait to get your hands on the next one. Klay now back-to-back threes.
DeRozan trying to find an angle to drive, but it was not there. Goes back to work on Lively. Shot clock at 5. Timer down to 2. DeRozan for 3. No good.
Rest right there. To be able to extend the lead with him out of the game, very important for the Mavericks.
And it comes from a guy in Brandon Williams who was not drafted. Been in the G League, was the scoring champ in the G League. Some time with the Blazers, played a little for the Mavs this season, but clearly somebody Jason Kidd believes in.
These 2 free throws.
By the Utah Jazz. Largest lead of the game for the Mavericks at 10 midway through the second quarter here in an elimination game for the loser. Winner faces the Grizzlies, and a turnover into the hands of Exum. Spins, leaves, Marshall slams. Lead up to 12. Back with George.
Dave, Legs, I was peeking into the Kings huddle a moment ago, and their head coach, Doug Christie, was telling his team, hey, they're playing the game we want to play. They're beating us at our own style, which is trying to get up and down the floor and play with pace. He said they got to do a better job with the turnovers, as you see DeRozan get a bucket there. And he said they have to crash the boards in order to get themselves on the break.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Dallas has been sharper in executing their game plan offensively. They're taking care of the basketball. They're making the Kings play in traffic.
And Klay Thompson has the hot hand. He's hit 3 3-point, and the lead is up to 13. Ellis with the cut. Great pass by Sabonis, who's one of the best passers in the league. Meanwhile, the Mavs this quarter, 5 of 6 from 3. Williams has 2 triples. Thompson with his 4th. Klay Thompson.
Couple, Sacramento not doing a good enough job maintaining contact on his hip off those screens. That time, Keon Ellis went underneath. When he's already hit 3, you can't go underneath the screen for a guy like Klay Thompson. You got to hug that hip and chase him around.
5th all-time in made threes in NBA history. For Steph Curry, number 1, more than 4,000. Ellis is 3.
The only thing I can think is he thought at first when he extended his arm that rebound, but turns out it was on its way to the rim and an easy goaltend.
Ellis with 9 points here in the quarter. That's the deficit to 10. Thompson inside. Got bumped. Missed the
been in as many big moments in this is made to get the cut at the rim.
A game-high 14 points for Klay Thompson. They've all come here in the second quarter. Kings in scoring here in the second quarter. 14 for each. Can Zach LaVine get unlocked? Instead, he hits Sabonis on the cut. Just the second basket for Sabonis.
Much more decisive that time on his dive into the lane. Once LaVine drew a couple, there was space, and Sabonis took advantage of it.
Exum gets a free path to the basket and hits the teardrop.
The thing that they are doing defensively, Dallas is ready for and has an answer for.
DeRozan through the lane. Now to Murray. Thompson on his hip. Murray into a double. Sabonis at the foul line. Attacking Gafford. And Gafford's career with the Thunder. You can win $1 million. Loser is done. Winner advances to the play-in Friday in Memphis.
Right now, it's been impressive to watch Dallas operate this way offensively with Anthony Davis really not getting involved to this point.
Davis had 4 points early on, but that's it. He's missed his last 5 shots, hasn't even taken one here in the second quarter. They haven't needed his offense yet, though. Murray, as Davis pulled the chair out. Carter kept it in bounds. DeRozan on the crossover. Shot clock inside at 10. And Murray.
Their initial defender getting into the paint, which is going to force a reaction. And now you're playing on your heels, so give Dallas defense a lot of credit.
Washington to the bucket.
During this double-digit lead.
First trip to the line for Washington. What they're used to with De'Aaron Fox running the offense.
Yeah, it's a much different look right now. And certainly Keon Ellis didn't expect to find himself as their starting point guard at this point. Malik Monk was doing a pretty good job handling that until he got hurt. So they're missing some firepower right now. And it's going to be up to LaVine and DeRozan to really carry this offense.
LaVine tried to hit Valanciunas, and it was picked off by Klay Thompson. Thompson gets all the way to the bucket. He's got 16 points, all coming here in the second quarter. A flashback for Klay Thompson with this performance here in the play-in. DeRozan inside, gets 2 off the window.
Yeah, so priority number 1 right now, you've got to corral Klay Thompson if you're the Kings.
Nice pass inside.
Another easy bucket right there for Dallas. A few times he's gotten down there behind the defense, and he's such a big target. He's so strong to hold off that front.
Lead is 15. DeRozan mid-range shot, no rebound. Washington, largest lead for the Mavs. They got the Kings on their heels. Washington. Tough shot. Bigger lineup right now with Sabonis and Valanciunas on the floor together. Here's Davis, 3 of 10 from the floor, 6 points, 4 rebounds. Shot clock at 4. Washington, his floater swatted. Davis picks it up and fires with 1 on the shot clock. Gafford got the offensive rebound. Back up and in.
Well, that's just outworking everybody in the paint. Even after Valanciunas makes the block, Gafford tossing bodies to the side to secure the offensive rebound.
No airspace for Levine in Dallas, and how fans reacted there. They were not thrilled about the De'Aaron Fox trade, but it was different. Fox wanted a trade.
And the boos here are a little bit more mild than a lot of places. They're ready to erupt if the Kings give them a reason, but Anthony Davis. Fascinated to watch that Houston defense go up against Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler and the Golden State Warriors.
That Clipper-Nuggets series will be really interesting because nobody played better defensively down the stretch this season than the Clippers, and they got a healthy Kawhi Leonard and James Harden playing like an all-NBA player, and obviously a coaching change in Denver, but still they have Nikola Jokic.